In this video, we're going to focus in the Leaky Bucket feature of our annual fund project for Razor's Edge NXT. The first thing I want to show you is that each page has its own help content here on the left side. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how to close it. You can click here on Display Navigator panel once if it's open and it will hide it. You can click on it again if you want to bring it back to read it. It will also contain links to some videos like this one. But what I really wanted to show you here is if we head to the Leaky Bucket page, we have a series of charts here that might seem a little unconventional, but they allow you to get to the bottom of trends in your annual fund. So the first chart that we have here is the annual fund giving by fiscal year. So this is just the hard credit commitment that we've received through the last full 5 years and the ongoing one. At the bottom, we have donors, number of donors by fiscal year. So in here, we see that although there's a declining trend in the amounts, considerably, I should say, the number of donors has increased a little. So in here, we're running into two opposing trends where we're getting less money, but getting slightly more donors. Before we get caught in the analysis, I want to explain to you some of these segments. So this page is colored by its own scheme, which is softer, more pastel-like than the other pages. And we're using a different color scheme so that you know this is different color in a different way than the other pages. So the segments in here are just comparing year-to-year results. So for example, if I click again in 2018, it's going to be someone that didn't give in 2017, but gave in 2018. Similarly, a gain in 2019 would be someone that didn't give in 2018, but gave in 19. So these are going to be donors that were acquired or reacquired because they didn't give in the previous year that you selected. The next group is going to be an upgrade. So this would be people that gave in the year prior to what is shown in the bar, but also gave in the year that is shown in the bar. So a 2018 upgrade would be that someone that gave in 2017 and 2018, but they gave more in 2018. Okay, so that's going to be an upgrade from year to year. Stable will be someone that has given the exact same amount from year to year. Okay, so they gave in both the prior year from the bar and the year on the bar. So prior year to year marked in the bar. And their amount was exactly the same. A downgrade, it's going to be like an upgrade. You know, gave in both years, but gave an amount that was less in the year for that bar. And last, a loss is going to be someone that gave in the previous year to the label in the bar, but didn't give in that current year. So a loss, for example, in 2018, it's going to be someone that gave in 17 but not in 18. A loss in 17 is going to be someone that gave in 16 and not 17. So that might take you a little bit to catch up on, but that's okay. You can watch this video again. I promise that it'll make sense. So now with that context, let me select and restore excluded. It's this icon here. And the last thing I wanted to mention here is we have on the right side, we have a chart that shows the amount that I've gained in the current year. So that would be, keep an eye on what's highlighted here. It would be the amount gained by the gains from the previous year. So these are people that gave but didn't give in the previous year. So it's going to be that amount plus the amount that we gain from upgrades. So we're comparing always year to year, and we'll see if that amount was more than the previous year. The stables are not going to show in this chart because although they're considered donors and they show on this left side, they don't make any difference in terms of comparisons year to year. A downgrade, it's going to be someone that gave less, like we said before, and they're going to count negatively. So this is theoretically the amount that we lose in terms of downgrades. And the last group is going to be the losses, which also count negatively because by them withholding their donation this year, we're quote unquote losing that money from the previous year. Similarly, at the bottom, if I select everything again, at the bottom we just see a comparison of gains versus losses in terms of number of donors. And the black lines will show you the net amount. So that's the actual amount that we gained or lost, if it's negative, from one year to another. So in here, for example, for 2015, we gain from 2014, we gained 8,000 donors. We lost about 6,300 donors. The difference is that 1,700. So we had a net increase. 2016, we kept that net increase, but now we're losing more donors than we're gaining. So that's actually a pretty simple concept at the end of it. And for the current year, since it's ongoing, most of our donors that gave last year would be considered as a loss in the current year. Okay, so I wanted to cover some concepts there. Check out our user guide that's linkable from the panel there. And I hope this was useful. Thank you.